Okay, is connecting with me going live. Give me a second. So I believe it is working right now. Okay, cool. All right. So we are officially getting started. This is awesome. So welcome everybody. This is Dr. Nancy Lee. I am the founder of PM Accelerator. So AI PM Bootcamp is our key signature program, which is to give people the hands-on experience building a real-life AI product with a team of software developers, designers, and data scientists, so that we're able to launch the product that we're really proud of, and you can use it to either land a job as product manager, and our engineer can land a job as AI engineers or AI designers. So everybody is taking this opportunity to advance a career in product management. At the same time, or in AI space, depends on what engineering track or PM track. At the same time, each cohort, I have alumni who always use the opportunity to start his own startup. If you watch our last cohort, the top two teams, we have two teams that literally just like, they're like, Nancy, you destroyed my PM career. I want to start my own company. So some of them just like doing full time, like doing their startup. Each cohort will have student like that. Okay, so that really is a testimony regarding how much students and all of you guys and your engineers and putting the effort to create the groundbreaking cutting edge technology that people really love. So that's why it's very important working as a team. Okay, and I also want to really emphasize the importance of building real life AI product. The reason is very frank. If you use vibe coding, use AI to code something prototype, which I talked about yesterday, my sales manager can do in 30 minutes, doing some relationship app, dating app. Trust me, we teach you how to vibe code in week 7. You can do it too. 30 minutes, done. Question to you is vibe coding. If you listen to my talk yesterday, vibe coding equals to traditional product management doing a prototyping. But is prototyping enough for you to be competitive in the job market? No. Because if everybody can do a prototype in 30 minutes, you're just one of millions of everybody. Okay, so what's really truly make you more successful as a product manager or AI engineer, AI designer is something you can show to your end user, saying that this is a production level product, not a prototype. Because once you have production level product, you're going to see all the data pipeline, AI start to hallucinate, AI start like data drip, concept drip, all those very advanced challenges, but you will be seeing inside of your product you officially launch together with real user, because no users, no data, and AI is not going to hallucinate. If AI doesn't hallucinate, it's not AI, to be very frank. Okay, so that's why it's very critical. All of you guys are going to create an important team together, which is also like how is my motivation actually create AI bootcamp. It's crazy. Our AI bootcamp is more than 2 years old. I'm very excited about this. But when we got started with like when I was on maternity leave and I discovered that I was able at the time, I only spent 3 hours to build my first like machine learning model to detect the flower images, flower species of the different species of flowers, leveraging the 700 different kind of images to train my AI model. Even at the time was 2 years ago when I just had my baby, have nothing to do, so I just trained the AI model within 30 within like literally 3 hours on Saturday night. Nowadays, everyone can do it as well. And AI has speed up how fast we can see result and MVP. So therefore, I like to see how AI is also transforming people's life. See all of you guys is able to quickly like speed up your career development. And by the way, after I start to experiment AI at the time, it's so funny. So before I went on maternity leave, I had 8 full-time employees with my second child. After I came back from maternity leave, I had 4 full-time employees. And then we're able to serve more students. Secret to be told. I made a second mission, and actually last week I decided to build more AI agent to help me to duplicate me. We already have 2 AI product. One is AI interviewer, AI chatbot was in PMA. I'm going to build more AI agent to replace to help me as well. Just like this AI is evolving, changing every people's life. So that's why it's very critical that we doing something amazing ourselves and create a product we are very truly passionate about. I see many of you guys already show me some example of ideas yesterday, and it's very exciting. Can't wait to hear it. Okay. Now let me also talk about importance of good ideas and what how ideas get killed, what's it look like. Okay. So important thing is, in order to see all the success you have seen in last cohort. By the way, you should watch all the like last cohort example, the gaming product, many different product. People have like women outfit product, which is my favorite. You've seen those. The reason those has real users, have people so dedicated to say do nothing, quit the job to do it full time as an AI entrepreneur, was because the quality of the product is significantly better. The idea is great. You need to validate your idea. You need to like understand is a validate AI hypothesis actually solving problem or not. Do people actually trust AI, want to use AI? All of this is important. It's a good idea. So that's also the reason I'm going to kill some bad idea. If some ideas we propose is not that good, I am going to kill some ideas. Okay. So that the whole team, the whole core, not just you as a PM, my engineers can use it to land a job in other places as well. By the way, my engineers, interns in the past, they land a job from Amazon. My engineer land a job, interns land a job in Amazon as well. So I'm very excited about this. Okay, so not only so therefore the quality of the idea leading to the success for the whole team as well. Okay, that's why I am going to kill some ideas. So there's a selection cross criteria, which I'm going to share with you on Discord channel in a minute. Just be upfront and about it. But even if your idea is killed, you can join other people's idea because their idea is better. So it's more guaranteed success for you to be successful in the bootcamp as well. Okay. And also finally make sure camera on and change your own background, which will show you how to do it. Let me go to Discord channel. Then you know what it look like. 1 second. Share my screen. Okay, here's what we got. Idea where cohort 9. So my team posted logistics regarding how we pitch today was criteria. Okay, number one is basically go through cohort 9 all channel all here. So idea overview, target customers, customer pain point. How would you plan to solve the problem? What are the competitors in the market? Is there any existing data available? A model available helps to fine tune the model instead of starting from scratch. Please do not start from scratch. Leverage whatever it does exist in the market. Okay, so that's very critical. So you have 4 minutes to pitch, 2 minutes Q&A, total 6 minutes per team. All right, and the sequence is here. It's the same, all in the cohort 9, all post. Okay, click. This is a sequence. You can let me see. This is each cohort or each demo. What we're looking for. Now week 2 sequence. Yeah, some of you guys are reserve your spot. Not everybody's reserve your spot. If you haven't, very important. You need to reserve your spot by going to the sheet, and let me put it in the Zoom as well. You need to reserve your spot. Let me put on Zoom. Reserve your spot. Okay. And the same post also go back to here. Cohort 9, that's all the ideas. You should enter your idea on the sheet as well. All of this. And once your idea enter on the sheet, you will also post your idea here. So you have some write-up so people can reference based on your post. Okay, here and here and here, all of these. Okay, cool. All right, so let's start pitching. And well, Zoom background, here's what we do. Okay, update your Zoom background based on role. We have designers today. We have designers and also PM doing the idea pitch. And at the same time, we will also, in week 4, we'll have developers assigned to a team. I want all the designer PM have a head start, validate your idea, validate different models, have your design mockup ready. Okay, so the link is here, here, so based on your role, so make sure to change your Zoom background as well. Okay, cool. Without further ado, here is what we do here. We go for the first one. Yeah, I see you guys take your spot already. Okay, cool. All right. Jamie, let's go. Your ad ready AI. Very exciting.
Great. Are we sharing screen or are we
Yes.
just... Okay,
Yes,
great.
you're sharing screen. You can use Deck, you can use Google Doc, you can use anything you want.
Great. All right, great. Okay, let's go. So, hey everyone, I'm Janani. For a high-level background, I'm a principal AI PM at Adobe, working in the generative AI space. So a lot of video, audio, image, generative content. My background is in video advertising, and that's kind of where this idea came from. So the problem here is, of an $80 billion video ads industry, more and more video ads are becoming AI generated. We've all seen them. You know, you're scrolling through Instagram, you go, that looks like AI. Or you see something and you don't even realize it's an ad because it looks so hyper real. The estimated volume is about 40% of video ads are going to be AI generated by this year. Now, the problem is we now are at a point where we need to find a way to separate nice and useful video ads from AI slop. So that's what Ad Ready AI does. It's an evaluation engine. It's going to help brands and marketers review the ads that they've generated with AI, catch issues, catch false claims, catch storyline problems, catch visual defects, and call that out to them before these videos are launched as ads. Who's our customer for this bootcamp? We're targeting very specifically brands that have an actual product. So you are a CPG small business, or you're a small marketing agency, you're an individual consultant trying to create video ads for consumer products. And why? Because they usually need to move fast. It's easy for them to just go to Runway or Luma or whatever video generator and create a bunch of options, but they don't have a good way to evaluate whether those are the right ads for who they're trying to target. Now, the issue here, I've sort of elicited this a little bit, but to kind of go into detail, the issue for this customer base is AI slop. Like I said, it's not always obvious. It's not obvious that you have visual defects in AI generated content, and small brands don't often know what they want. They might say, I just want to make a video ad, but they don't really know if they have the right story or the right content or the right ways of positioning a product, things like that. AI itself is a bit naive in that context. It might just keep telling you what you want to hear in terms of what makes for a good video ad, but it may not be the right thing for you. And most of the time, all of these ads that are being generated by agencies, by small businesses, are reviewed by a human, and that can create a bottleneck. It's also a very subjective way of looking at quality video advertising. So Ad Ready AI is going to be an evaluation engine. It's going to use a multimodal parser to understand your video. So you're going to come in, you're going to give us your video or your videos. You're going to give us your creative brief, which is the short write-up of what your ad is supposed to do. You can even give us your product URL so we can understand what the product is. And it's going to use that information and understand whether the video that you have created actually tells the story that you want to tell, and whether that video is visually correct, whether it has any false issues, whether it's missing the product, for example, things like that. So it's going to have a few different parameters on which it's going to search and quality evaluate the video itself. Now, in terms of what teams use today, this is an interesting thing. This is not a problem that's being thought of at scale in video advertising, which is surprising considering it is such a massive business. We're mostly still at that phase where we're thinking, wow, AI can create videos for me. Like, it's so fast to create 4 different ads. Let me just push them. We haven't gotten to the point of going, is that content a good quality? And so most of the time, and this is again coming from my background and experience at Amazon Ads and a few other places, we're still using human evaluators to judge the quality of outputs, and that is not going to work at scale. So that's where Ad Ready AI comes. In terms of how we want to measure success, the biggest thing that we're going to use is a human scoring rubric. We're going to have a benchmarking data set that's going to call out what's good, what's working, what's right and evaluate all new video ads based off of that benchmarking data set. So I'm happy to go into detail on what that would look like, because that will be the core engine of this workflow. But along the way, we'll get to use RAG, OCR, multi-agent workflows, and then this evaluation framework for scoring quality. So there you go. That's Ad Ready AI.
Perfect timing. Can't believe how good it is. Anyone, any question? We have 2 minutes for Q&A. Let me ask the first question. What's the criteria you would have to tell what ads is good or not good?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're looking at a few obvious things. We're starting with, and that's what I've called here, or I can actually just pull it up over. Yeah, over here is a good place. But we're starting with the obvious. So usually when you create a video ad, if you're an agency or an individual, you start with a brief. You have a short write-up of what you want that ad to do and say. You have a short write-up of what is my call to action. So at the end of that video, what do I want to see? So that brief is going to be the source of truth for what the output looks like. So we're going to compare that text brief to what's actually in the video. That's the step one. And then on top of that, we're going to create a rubric of quality metrics. So there are very fundamental requirements that IAB, which is the International Advertising Bureau, and other associations have requirements for video advertising. For example, one of the parameters is in the first 3 seconds, you should show the product. And so things like that. So there are available data sets for those parameters that we'll be using to check whether it's meeting those requirements. So you can use OCR to see if the product is visible in the first 3 seconds and things like that. So between what is in the brief and what these standard parameters are, as well as our own knowledge that we've gained along the way in this industry, I think that's kind of how we'll create the scorecard.
Very cool. Can you review human ads as well? Or anyone have any questions? Because I have ads, so I can
Yes.
send it to your engine right now, actually. Anyone have any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So who will be giving you those parameters? Like you'll be acquiring from somewhere, or you have?
Yeah, so this is where we would source our, great question. This is where we would source customers. No, there's 2 ways we can do this. One is we can ideally source from customers. So we can work with individual agencies. We can work with individual marketers. There's a bunch of folks on LinkedIn who just create content for small brands. And they can give us both the creative brief that they get from the brand, as well as the actual videos that they've generated. So that's where all the inputs come. And then related to that, to your question, Nancy, yes, the input can also just be a human created ad. The part of this workflow that matters is that AI is being used for evaluation. If the input is human generated or if it's AI generated, that's sort of a secondary requirement.
Very cool.
Okay.
Anyone, any questions?
So I was just wondering if this will affect the flywheel in sense that, customers want to push more ads, like brands want to push more ads.
Yeah.
But here we are actually waiting, right? So we are going to actually disrupt the flywheel here. So I was just wondering,
It's interesting you say that, because this is actually going to speed up the flywheel. So there's 2 aspects of the flywheel that are important to keep in mind. One is what you called out, which is speed to market. Currently, if you are a large advertising body, so your Google Ads or your Meta or your Facebook, Amazon, before a brand's ads show up on these platforms, they are reviewed, especially video ads, they're reviewed by an individual human. So there is a substantial 2 to 3 week lead time for a human to take a look at your ad, send you some updates, ask you to change things. You go through this iterative process before you see that ad on Meta, or before you see that ad on Prime Video, for example. So there is already a very large lead time. This is going to cut that down substantially, because AI is going to do a big portion of that basic check. If you still wanted a human to continue to evaluate, you can use them for more interesting things, like a human evaluates whether they find an emotive quality in the video versus the AI checks whether the product is visible in the video. And then the other thing that I was going to say is regarding flywheel. The one thing that this does not do is we're not going to guarantee higher performance. We're not going to make any claims like, hey, if you go through AdReady AI, you're now going to see significantly better engagement with your ad. We're not making any claims like that. We're just trying to make sure that the quality is meeting a reasonable minimum bar before you even launch.
So who are the target customers here? Just
Yeah. So again, they're typically individual, small agencies, small consultants who are creating content for small brands. This is I'm just speaking in terms of the bootcamp itself. We're going to be sourcing folks through LinkedIn, through social platforms that make content for those platforms. So those will be our primary target. But eventually, you can see that this can scale to literally any type of advertiser for any type of product or service that wants to launch video ads.
Well, I have a question. First of all, I really like your idea.
Thank you.
And I think I understood. I want to make sure that I understand it well. So whether it is a website or app or a software, can you please explain more if it's only for one type of business? Like if someone wants to have this thing, so would it be just only for one business, or it could be like anyone can get in, make an account, or and what about the privacy, like how it will work?
Right. So this is going to be a web service. So you go to a website, you dump in your videos, you dump in your creative brief, and it does the evaluation and shows you the output, which is the screenshot that's here. So there's that. I have specifically said the type of business would be CPG because it's easier to restrict, mostly as an MVP. It's easier to restrict that scope because when we're thinking about evaluation, we can just evaluate based on a benchmarking data set of existing CPG ads, right? So there's that. Now, who can use it? It can be an individual user. Eventually, we can turn it into an enterprise solution. You can go beyond the CPG scope into other types of ads. So there's a lot of opportunity to grow there. But what we've talked about here is you are an individual account. You can create an account. You can all of your content stays within your account profile, and so that helps with privacy as well.
Okay, for the sake of time, let's move on. And we are a little bit over time, so let's keep going. This is very cool stuff. Yeah, I'm hiring actors to act in my ads. Now I also think about using AI to have those actors with British accent, AI generated. I'm doing this. I'm using everything AI nowadays.
Love.
Well, we'll see. If you guys see different kind of ads from me, let me know. Okay, so next one.
I think it's me.
Yeah, these two Chronicles?
No, it's called ChronoLens.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Sure. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. So I'm Geetu, and yeah, let's talk about a modern tragedy that we all participate in, the digital landfill of photographs that nobody has the patience or time to sort through. So ChronoLens is an application that would take your photos, sort through them, and pick your hero pictures and create a beautiful personalized photo album within minutes. And another product which was kind of an odd afterthought is that you also get to get a 9:16 video reel that you can share on social media. So yeah. Let me go to, yeah. So I've identified 4 primary user segments that I think would benefit with the product. The avid traveler, the milestone parent, the heritage archiver, they're like, you would know them. The 4th is an interesting group where, let's say you're at a college or school reunion or you're attending a wedding with friends. You want to, you could just pull in your photographs to the app, and you have your journal or the photo book ready to remember the event, and you could have them sent to your home before it might reach home before you do. So the pain points, there are three top pain points that we're addressing. One is the photo hoarding fatigue, that we already know. The second is the blank page block. You don't know which template to use, what grid layout, what ambience to use. And the third one is the generic template trap. So there are a few competitors who provide more generic versions of this. But let's say the captions would be more like fun at the beach. But in ChronoLens, the captions would be more like recreating the moment from Malaysia in Singapore, because we have the context of who's in the pictures and where did we take similar pictures before. So those are the pain points. And then how it works is that you share the photos with the application, and it extracts the EXIF, XMP, GPS information. So it knows who's in the picture, what time, what place, all of that information. And let's say, for example, in Google Photos, we have that you can name the people. So that's also part of the XMP information. And then we do a vision culling, which basically takes out 80% of the clutter. It removes duplicates, blurry images, and all that. And then the AI works on it to develop, personalized anecdotes and generate the album with in a particular layout. These are the. I think I should skip these in the interest of time. So for monetization, I did think through this, but I definitely do need to have a customer voice of customer interviews to home in on these numbers. But the free tier here is also a marketing engine where, if somebody generates a reel on our app in the free tier, they get to share it, but there's a watermark, and their network then it then brings their network back to us. And the digital single pass is the download of a PDF album and the reel without the watermark. And then you can have the hard print purchase, which is probably what most customers would offer. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's also the SaaS model, the subscription model. So it's okay. Let me see if I can skip through this. So the way I think this should be marketed is that we, like the first two are already covered. We could profit share like a 15% cut with an affiliate micro influencer, or like we could integrate with travel API integrations, wherein like after 48 hours after their customers get back from the trip, they get a ChronoLens invite. And the North Star metric would be the time to first draft, the digital reel share rate, and the obviously the conversion. Like I'm hoping to land like an 8% total conversion, but see. That's about it. 1 minute overdue, but over time.
Anyone, any questions on this idea? Let me understand this. The user flow. They upload the pictures so it can help them manage photos or beautify the photos, or do both?
It's more about having a hard or soft copy in a book form, so that you don't really see, like when you're going back to pictures, you don't see a lot of duplicates that you just have to keep scrolling, but you have specific best pictures of that, let's say a trip, or that like whatever you're trying to remember, like that will be in the form of a book, and it's more crisp and precise. You don't have to sort through a lot to see what you want to see.
Okay, so basically like the photo album generator, so you can print later on.
Yes.
Isn't Google Photos kind of doing something like this, but not exactly what you described, but they kind of can select like top videos, recommended videos, recommend pictures, something like that.
Short snippets. It does share short snippets, but this is going to be a full full-fledged book that you can print out, or like you can keep it as a PDF.
Okay. And then
Mhm.
what AI technology are we using right now?
Right now, meaning what is Google using?
No, what technology for yours, for your product? So, sounds like high level, right? So your thing is upload. So you connect your Google Drive or phone. This basically upload to your product. It's just using image recognition to understand the meaning
Mhm.
and then start to
So there's
generate top picture stories for you.
yes. So it extracts all the metadata that comes with the photographs,
Mm.
like the location and the person who is in the picture, and then yeah, there's a process called perceptual hashing. That's what we use to remove the duplicates and blurry images, and then like I'm then the role of AI here is to actually use this information that we extracted from the photographs to then personalize the captions and the layout based on the user's preference, the theming.
Okay. Anyone else has any other questions?
So is that going to work on the hard copy of the photos as well, or only digital copies?
You could scan hard copy of the photos, but like in the phase one, at least for the bootcamp, I do not envision that we would have the time to actually improve the photographs that you scan. But yeah, that could, like, it's a feature that you could happen. Like otherwise, the scanned pictures are likely of a lesser quality, so it might affect the overall polish for the
Yeah, but I have
it
seen
might
that
be a
many
less polished
places
output.
people are creating an app where you can just upload the old pictures and it beautifies very good, and that you can add one of
Right.
that feature as
Yeah,
well.
it's technically, yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah, and it's not in my MVP plan, but yeah,
Okay.
I have like 1,000 feature set that I am trying to refrain from adding on, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mhm.
Anyone, any questions? My feeling is this idea a little bit too simple. That definitely AI can do it. I feel like it's easy, can be duplicated. I feel we need to add more advanced stuff, more than organize pictures and do a print book. I think there should be more. But which more feature we can add, I cannot come up with it on the fly. But I think we just these to think more. Because it feels like they can handle 50% can be done right now by other tools right now, but I think there should be more than what you have. The idea need to be deeper, and you need to
Yeah,
spend more
the
time to think about it.
differentiator, in my opinion, here is that we are personalizing it. So there are others who do add, like in the presentation I mentioned that they do add like ads, like they do add captions, but they're not as personalized as it could get.
Mm. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
All right. So which also means that you need to have people upload more personal information as well.
There
So,
like there would be a one-time questionnaire like when you sign up. So
mm,
that kind of defines what kind of theme, like is that a serious person or do they like goofy pictures? And that would kind of affect what, like, yeah, that would impact the output. Like if you give somebody like who's a really serious person, like a comical photo album, it would not be a success. So you would have like an onboarding set of questions that I know we need to keep it as minimal as possible, but yeah, that personalization would be required.
so In that case, you should create an AI onboarding experience. For them, may not be questionnaire, maybe a questions. Tell me if most exciting time you had, like more conversational for 30 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever onboarding. Use AI to capture the excitement of the person. Use voice to text. It's a voice conversation. You let them talk out loud and voice to text and capture this person's personality, whatever you have. Then you build a persona of the person and feed into pictures. You can do that. That will be more advanced features.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Add to yours. Okay. And then you can think of more ideas as well and post in Discord channel. Everybody here. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so understand the two sheet. This is the sequence sheet right here, and how to use it. The sequence sheet also linked to this sheet. Those two sheets link to each other. That's it. Okay.
Sharing?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Can you
sharing.
share it?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You guys can see this. Okay. And then if you're interested in any other idea, put your name here. Put your name here, interested, because we need people to vote. If your idea have nobody interested, and we don't do solo teams. Okay, it's a team effort. Okay, so you need people to interested. If you have updated idea, you add additional notes or anything here. You have any additional things here, and you should also post in your this product idea channel. If you want to add to what you had or update your original post, for example, you want to do anything, you can do this. It can be like reply to original post, and you can say adding updated product features here, and then you add you don't want it. So the thread keeps going, so people know this original one. You have more, and you can also update your original one, which is edit your original post. Okay, as example. So if I reply here, I can edit. Copy that with edit post. Add a message, so you can add more of your original post as example. Okay, so any update you guys need to put there, and now you should continue the conversation with each other afterwards. But right now it just captures the general interest, so people may have more ideas adding in here different things, and then more updated ideas adding here. Just adding all places because you don't know where people look. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go next one, and we're a little bit behind. Let's do this. Oh, but however, nobody reserved this one, so we are kind of on time. Furniture. Sorry. AI Financial Life Planner on China. Let's go. At the same time, let's stick to the time.
Sure.
Let's go.
Once again. All right. Share this window. I'm sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So my product idea is having an agentic AI household financial planner. So to give you an overview of what this is, it's like, I'm thinking about having a financial planning platform to help families consolidate fragmented financial accounts, understanding competing financial goals, and make
Slow
better
down.
long-term.
Click
Sorry.
to exit full screen. We only see click to exit full screen. We don't see the full screen.
Oh, really?
Can you slideshow again?
Okay, 1 second. Let me share again. Stop sharing.
Maybe it's sharing different screens.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see now, Dr. Nancy? 1 second.
Loading.
1 second. I'm sorry. Share the entire screen. I think maybe this will work. How about now?
And can you do
Yeah,
slideshow
now
mode? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So sorry, it's like early. It's like 7:30 here in the Bay Area. All right. So I'm thinking about having like an agentic AI household financial planner. So why not leverage the power of AI to create a financial planning platform for the entire family to help them understand what their financial goal is, put together all the fragmented accounts across different members of the family, and help them make long-term financial decisions. So pretty much what I'm thinking about is like integrate different financial data across banks. So you have your brokerage accounts, your retirement account, RSUs, mortgages, savings account, and create a unified household financial view. So for example, a household has like 2 earning members, you and your husband, and you have 2 kids. So this platform will leverage your primary, probably me, giving my financial, I would say, account details. I'm thinking about integrating with Plaid, which is secure, and linking all my financial accounts into this platform, and then nominate me my husband to do so as well. And then the power of AI comes in, wherein I use my LLM models to really understand, based on the financial data graph that I've developed, what my overarching goal is. For example, I can have 2 competing goals. I can have a goal of buying a house, increasing my probably my 529 plan for my kid, and also saving for my retirement. So based on my goal, I then attach my the goal response to my financial graph, and my LLM takes over then. Right. And pretty much what I'm envisioning here is like, this is for dual income household people with multiple financial accounts, and primarily looking to have a dedicated financial advisor. So we always do the tax end at the year end, but this is like almost on a day-to-day basis to really steer you from going wrong, almost like your Apple Health Watch, but for your financial goals. So that's what I'm envisioning here. And yeah, this is what we went through. It's fragmented, but we'll just like focus, have these focus tools to help users and customers make better financial decisions. So at the back end, what I'm thinking about is like, of course, we'll also have RAG here from reputed organization. For example, we'll use the SEC data for making tax investment planning in case of any user queries from there, and then appropriate documentation from, say, CPA foundations, and even from SEC and things like that. So these are all authenticated government data, which is also available for people to consume right now. So use that as my RAG database, and from there, any sort of probably questions or queries that the user has can then be answered by LLM. So LLM here is just not for answering your queries; it's also for orchestrating the agents. So what I mean is like, I'm going to have like a set of modules or financial tools. For example, I would have something like a 529 financial calculator, and then I would have mortgage calculator, which pretty much assesses my risk and asset liability. So all these individual modules or calculators will be orchestrated by my AI agents as well. So based on the LLM response from the users, which one to pick up and which one will be executed. Right. So, and of course, my agents will be listening constantly to ensure that if there is any probably a big deposit that's coming in, or you made a big purchase, like say a Hermes bag, and that's going to cause a financial dent, and it's going to then realign with your goal and let you know, hey, you know what, you're steering away from your goal, and this is what is happening. And I'm thinking that I have like probably as next iteration, think about even looking at intricate details from your financial account, saying that probably you have multiple subscription, so do you want to make those strategic decisions? But I would treat there carefully, especially when executing or buying or executing stocks. So for now, I'm thinking about just giving an overarching idea of where you stand financially, your financial health score, and addressing any trade-off decision from curated, government authenticated financial data, and from your own personal, I would say, your own account data. So that's the plan that I'm envisioning. Yeah, as I said, the key feature will be AI powered financial agent, goal and discovery, retirement education, home ownership, scenario analysis, personal financial roadmap, and continuous financial monitoring and proactive recommendation. There are, of course, competitors in the market, but majority of the competitors, they only focus on what's been done in the past, right? So all these, they tell you, hey, you know what, you've probably spent this in the past. This is your spending pattern. You need to cut this, but this not an ongoing support, right? So, or you either have something that's happened in the past, or you'll have to wait till your year-end tax is filed. So this is almost like everyday support to just put you back in your own financial health, probably health gym expert, I would like to call it. So that's like probably the most important differentiator, I would say. So, and it's personalized. It's for your individual household, your own goal, your own family's objective, right? So the existing data models that I will use, like, of course, initially for an MVP, I'm thinking about creating like probably 20 families portfolio to really understand how this works. And yeah, we can probably, just supply data from JSON. And as MVP2, we can think about like, Plaid integration of getting all the accounts together. And really curating the rags in terms of getting the IR's contribution retirement guidelines, historical market inflation data, and things like that. And for the for the actual, I would say, the modules or tools, there are already existing, I would say, set hierarchy rules that depends from state to state, right? So those can be orchestrated and executed by these agents. So this is what I have in mind. So happy to answer any questions.
AI. Anyone have any questions?
So what's the plan to bring the data, like suppose 401k data through Fidelity?
Yeah.
Are you going to use your own data you can see in your account, right?
Yes.
But in that
So
case,
right now, sure. Right now, actually, Plaid supports that integration for an existing platform. So it's secure. Plaid can be used to integrate, and you can see your own account transactions in Plaid, and it's of course authenticated with your own username and password. But for MVP, I'm thinking about having a static set of data set to just understand how that works.
yeah.
At second iteration, bring in the Plaid integration.
Okay, yeah, because Fidelity, they are very hard to
Yeah.
allow you, and they will not allow you to integrate it so easily.
How easy or hard might this be if you want to scale it to outside of the US? So all of those terms, like I'm not very
Yeah.
familiar with those because I'm in India. So
Oh,
yeah, is
yeah,
it easily
that's a good
scalable?
question. Actually, it should be definitely far more easier in India, I would say, per se, because Indian, at least the rule is like the tax rate is uniform, right, throughout the country, whereas in US it's more diversified. So you have like no sales tax in probably Seattle and New York, while in other states you do have state tax and things like that. But for my first iteration, I'm thinking of just the US market.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any other questions? I do have a question. We talked about yesterday.
Sure.
What's the advanced AI element how you put in after you put all the data there?
Yeah, so we use there are just two ways in which I'm thinking about leveraging AI here, Dr. Nancy. One is definitely the LLMs here, which is conversational. Second is the orchestration of which I would say tools to pick up based on the user response. So, for example, if it's a retirement fund and things like that, look into the retirement tool module and then execute it and show the relevant answers. And of course, for any generic specific questions, then your RAGs come into play. You query and you try to, leverage that information to the user, whatever the question
Hold on.
is.
You mean execute? Trade? What do you
Yes.
mean execute? Define execute. Execute trade for you?
What is that?
What do you mean by execute? AI execute for you on what?
No. The agents are orchestrated. So in sense that, so I'm thinking about, so there are definite 5 steps here, right? So you have your retirement, you have your, say, 401k and stuff like that. So each
Yeah.
have their own set of rules. So based on the question that you ask your agent, the agent will orchestrate the execution of that particular module, and the results will be fetched and leveraged. It's sent to the user. Does that make sense?
So your agent will collect information from your 401k, Fidelity, many different places, send information to the user.
Yes.
Shouldn't be just API integration, pull information while your agent need to go into log into your Fidelity.
No, I mean, you this platform, you use Plaid for logging in, and you get all of the information,
Yeah.
and you build like a financial graph, and
And
based on the financial graph and your objective, you link the objective with your financial graph, and then you have your own set of rules as well, because your 529 calculation is different. There's specific heuristic rules each on it. So based on your question, each of those rules will the agent will orchestrate the execution of the rules. That does that make sense? So you have your financial graph, you have like 529 rule, you have your housing rules and stuff like that, and your LLM probably triggers one question, the appropriate agent orchestrates the execution of this rule, and based on the response, it leverages back to the user.
No. Executing the rules means what? To buy certain stocks for you,
No.
or executing the rules to do calculation?
Do calculation.
Does it really need AI? For example, let's say I have 200K coming. I bought ABC stock. I have 200K coming in. Where do I put this money? As example, your agent will trigger different rules to say, hey, based on 200K, you can put some money in a 529 and put some money on retirement. So it just run calculate. It's still a math problem, right?
It is definitely, I mean, it's a mix of math problem. It's more like, fundamentally at the back, because that's how all the financial rules operate, right? You will have to go through the math problem. So it's not purely just like an AI execution. It's a combination of your math problem and leveraging LLMs and AI to orchestrate. That makes sense.
So you just run some numbers and your AI, but okay, there are 5 different rules within the pool. So pull different 401k, different kind of rules. Then you run some numbers. I still feel like it's a math problem. I don't think AI is gonna do too much. Sounds like just AI gonna go pull different rules and bring them together.
Yeah, funnily, Dr. Nancy, just ChatGPT has just launched something similar to this, just like 1 week back.
Okay, I want
If
you
you
to do
look,
more comparison. I
yeah.
want you to dive deeper to understand how is yours different and where is the AI, how exactly AI gonna work. If just pull different rules, I think it's not enough. Should be doing more than pulling rules.
Okay.
Okay, think more.
All right, sure.
Okay, cool. Next one. I believe everyone has the same sheet. Okay. Next one is furniture fit.
Yes, it's from me, Tan. Hi, Dr.
Tan.
Nestle, and everyone. Can I go ahead and share my
Yeah,
screen?
go ahead.
Okay, my screen. Can everyone see it, please? Okay, I will start right now. So, hi everyone. My AI product pitch is furniture fit. Know what fits before you move. So, moving is very chaotic and time consuming for everyone. This AI power tool should tell you exactly which furniture piece of your existing is to keep or to sell in minutes or seconds before moving day begins. So, the background is that there are 40 more millions people move in the US yearly, not to mention the whole world. The cost of moving furniture is extremely high. Currently on the market, there's a lot of tools that allow you to draw your own floor plans, do drag and drop furnitures for designing, but zero tools give you instant keep or sell decisions for time efficient. So the idea overview is you will first upload your floor plan, can be photo from the renters or like the agents. Then you add your furniture photos by snapping pictures, and AI would identify the style and size. Then the app would generate an instant layout for you and the keep sell decisions. And finally, it will also generate a photorealistic preview for you to visualize your new space before you commit to signing a contract for a moving company or the rent place. The delivery should be smarter moving decisions with lower cost, more time efficient, better strategic economic decisions, and it's for everyone, so like no tech skill need, save time for everyone. The target customer here are the renters and buyers who relocate every 2 or 5 years with the furnitures that they want to keep. And the secondary can be real estate agents or moving companies that want to add differentiation in their service. The core pain points here is the voiced moving costs. So people move furnitures and they end up discarding. The remote tourism of housing tours give no reliable way for them to plan layouts before committing to a lease or a purchase. And also they cannot visualize the space because 2D floor plans from agents are nearly impossible to visualize what furniture fit. Usually people have to go with the 3D plans on the website. There's a lot of tools, but they will need some learning curve and it's not saving time. And the most important differentiator is that there's no quick keep sell tool access on the whole market. The current tool requires user to manually lay out the design just to find out if like one piece of furniture fit or not. So there's no instant decisions. So how we solve it? It should be a 4-step workflow. No design skill or technical knowledge needed for all movers. You first upload your floor plan. It can be photo, PDF screenshot, and then add furniture photos by snapping, upload each pictures, with your computer vision, I think. Then it will auto create layout and fit check, which is layout optimization AI, and then a realistic preview, which is generative AI. The competitor on the market is focused on designing, remodeling, but not time-efficient decision-making. So for example, Synapse, Planner 5D, Cool Home, Room Styler are all great apps, but they are 2D and 3D drag and drops. So some can already convert floor plans from 2D to 3D, but they still need to do manual drag and drop afterwards. And also the gap is that there's no instant personal furniture photo input. So usually you can input that, but you need to upload furniture with no background for them to create models. And then afterward, it's manual layout to get the answer on whether it fits or not. I can show you the example later. The IKEA is great, but it's locked to the IKEA catalog. Reimagine Home is cool, but it's focused on aesthetics. Mostly, and also we have like some past cohorts model as well. Mostly and Havenly is basically just connect you with designers, which is expensive. So our unique selling point is that there's no competitor combine your own furniture, your actual floor plan, instant keep sale decisions, and photorealistic review in one simple workflow that anyone can save time and use for moving. And here's example where basically it's just to their catalog, or like if you want to convert your own furniture, it needs you to create the furniture without background, which is not everyone can know how to do that. And here's existing data and model for floor plan parsing, furniture recognition, and layout optimization, and the photo rendering. Thank you everyone for listening. I am open for a suggestion on the models and scope changing. So that is my pitch. Thank you.
10 question. To really put furniture in the room as a design, they need to upload the furniture size and room size, a specific measurement. And in addition, they also need to know, let's say you already have a TV, you need to know how wide is the TV, right? So they know the entire measurement of the whole room. How do they get measurement of everything in the existing room?
Yeah, so usually like the floor plans, there's already like tools that can convert the agent's floor plan for us, right? There are also tools that you can like snap pictures, and then the AI will measure the size and the style of the furniture. So you can either snap pictures, or you can, and there's also tools that allow you to manually input the size if you want to tape measuring as well. So on the market, there's already tools like that we can leverage the existing model. The only problem is that it needs a lot of learning curve for people to use, and there's no like just one simple app or website that can do like all of this in one workflow. Does it answer your questions, please?
Yeah. Cool. Any other questions?
I have a quick question. Are you expecting the user to always upload an image of the furniture itself, or is there another way you are able to parse their inputs,
Sure.
especially for the furniture itself?
Yeah, sure. So, for example, on Gemini AI, I tried it, and basically I tried to just screenshot what I buy on Amazon or like on Wayfair, and basically it's able to render the style for me. It's only that it doesn't fit, but like after I input the real measures in it, for example, what is the width, what is the height, then it allows. So with these applications, we can either have for the users to have two options. One is they can use AI to like detect the size with photo snapping, or they can input the width and screenshots of the pictures, and also like the size of it, and then the AI will help like generate the model and input in the room layout. So
If
that is
you-
my idea. Yep. Thank you, Janani.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, just as a recommendation, the most available LLMs these days, if you give them the product URL, it can also just read the product dimensions from the URL, so it saves you some time. So that's probably a simple MVP as well.
Right. Thank you, Janani.
Okay, if any other questions, let's move to the next one.
Thanks,
Get
everyone.
ready, all know sequence. Attuned AI.
Yep, that's me.
Let's go.
Right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So hi, everyone. My name's Steph. I'm a senior PM, and here's my idea. So think about the last time that you lost patience with a child, or maybe you raised your voice, maybe you said something that you regretted, and then 5 minutes later, you feel terrible about it. That moment is really not a parenting failure, it's a systems failure, and nobody has really built the right tool to fix it until now. So Attuned AI is a parenting and communication coach that you need in the moments that matter most. What's the product? It's a tool for parents. It's a web app designed to feel like a like mobile experience. Ideally, I would like to expand that, build this as an app. But this is for parents who have kids between the ages of 3 to 12 years old. And it's important to note that this is not a therapeutic tool, it's not a clinical tool, and it's definitely not in the healthcare space. Most parenting tools that exist right now in the market focus on fixing the child's behavior. Attuned, on the other side, works on both layers at the same time. So what I want to do is to help parents decode their kids' inner world, and at the same time help the parents work on their own communication and emotional skills, all powered by AI. So when the problem is that when a child melts down or screams or shuts down completely, usually parents react to their behavior, not really what's actually happening inside the child. So even parents who've read every book and listened to every podcast out there, they still freeze in the moment. Why? It's because they're still overwhelmed, and the reason in part of our brains shut down when we are overwhelmed. So we physically cannot access any technique that we may have learned when we were calm. And also, maybe you relate to this. Most of us have grew up in homes where feelings were ignored, and now we are expected to model this skill to our kids when these skills were never shown to us. So once again, every parenting app on the market tries to fix the child, but nobody's giving parents the tools to understand their own reaction first. So focus on the root cause and then decode what their child actually needs in the moment. That is the gap that I'm trying to solve for. So who are we building for? Once again, parents that have kids ages 3 to 12. They are between 28 and 42, so millennials. They identify themselves as conscious, gentle, respectful parents. There's plenty of communities out there with these parents looking for parenting advice. They're frustrated because all the knowledge that they have doesn't really apply in real life, and they are willing to pay. So the biggest competitor or the biggest player in the market right now is called Good Inside. It's making $34 million a year, and this is a market that is growing at a 12% year-over-year rate, and it's on track to reach the $1.61 billion by 2033. So the market is there. What I'm proposing is 4 features that create one flywheel. The first one is to know your child, so know my child, which is pretty much what happens inside my child right now, surface that emotional world beneath all the reactions and their emotions, and then AI will then tell them how to respond. The second feature is in this moment. So for whatever meltdown is happening in the moment, a parent can open the app, just quickly tell the app, this is what's happening. And then the AI will tell you exactly what to say, all of this backed with clinical, psychological, and decades of research of what to say. The third feature, which is one of the biggest differentiators, would be my reactions, which is a habit tracker. So pretty much parents need to understand what's happening inside them and try to fix what happens inside them to better help their kids. And finally, bedtime together. features 1, 2, and 3 will feed into bedtime stories about their families, depending on what they have been struggled with. And then the AI would generate a personalized bedtime story that that helps both the kid and the parent work on their skills and have a better connection. The biggest competitor, Good Inside, it's really an AI chatbot. They offer workshops, so it's not really what we are positioning ourselves as. There's other competitors, Mama Sen, Happy Pillar, Moshi Kids, all of this, they either focus only on the kid or only on the parent. But our position would be in the dual attunement side, with both child understanding what's happening inside my kid, but also me as a parent growing my skills and becoming a better parent. Now, there are data models, there is data. We don't have to start from scratch. We would need to fine tune some of these models. And also, right now, there's no public data set that tells you exactly, given a child's age, what is actually going inside them and what should a parent say. But we can build this very quickly. Yesterday, I tried pulling from these 4 domain sources. It took me 30 minutes to really create a data set. I have the schema of the database, and we can create thousands of scenarios that will help and power this data set for the app. So the way the whole idea is that the way that we were parented becomes the way that we parent, and this cycle has been running for generations. Not because parents don't love their kids, but because nobody ever gave them the tools to do it differently. So Attuned is this tool. We are not just building an app, we're giving parents that chance to be their generation that breaks the cycle. The market exists, the data sets are there, the problem is real, and we just need to build Attuned to fix it. That's it. I'll take any questions.
I listened to Good Insight as well, and I didn't know they're only doing chatbot.
They have workshops as well. They have completely different tools, let's say, for them. But it costs $276 a year, so it's on the higher end for parents that can pay for this. But it doesn't really work on the parent themselves.
Yeah.
It focuses mostly on parenting advice. There's plenty of parenting advice out there, but nothing really works on the parents growing simultaneously with the kid and building their emotional skills.
So now I found those parenting apps. The big thing is the school of thought of parenting. Where do you get your best school of thought? Because my husband and I stopped using ChatGPT to ask for parenting advice. Well, I have a very difficult child, by the way, guys. I think mine's harder, but everyone thinks their kids are harder. Okay, trust me. Everyone thinks their kids are harder, but I think mine is really hard. So when we learned why we ditched ChatGPT was whenever we ask ChatGPT parenting advice, oh my child doing this and this and this, what I do. ChatGPT was trained based on the most conservative idea. Parent and ChatGPT will never snap on your children. Do this. Most conservative idea. But if child is really difficult, it's really hard to implement. If to my daughter, I think can be implemented. To my son, impossible. My son is very hard. So my point is, the school of thought of the advice matters significantly. Where do you get your school of thought parenting advice? It's also extreme ones. If I come from China, I get spanked all the time, right? American never doesn't exist. Okay.
Yeah. So the idea,
so the school of thought matters. Where do you get your school of thought to?
Yeah. So the idea is
give
that
them
there's
advice?
no one school of thought. The idea is that we pull from decades of research and different very strong authors. I'm not sure if you know about nonviolent communication, for example. That is a huge author, and there's some other psychologists. There's several sources. There's just not one source of truth because every family is different, and the AI will have to adapt to every situation. No kid is the same, so it has to adapt to different situations, but also based on clinical research of what child, for example, in at different ages, the brain develops differently and they understand words and behaviors differently. So it would be modeled to all of this. There's just not one school of thought, is a mix of different, let's say, clinical psychological theories to apply them. But once again, this is not a clinical tool or a psychological tool. It's mostly a coach, a communication, parenting coach that works on both kids and the parents.
I have a question because I had an extremely, extremely easy child, and he had an extremely difficult parent. How do you measure emotions? Because most of the time he would just stare at me like, why are you so upset? There is nothing going on. And there really was nothing going on. So how do you measure emotion? Because my emotion was like, your typical Cuban mom, and he's just staring at me like, what is wrong with her? There's no problem here. How do you measure that?
Right. So for the idea itself is not that you would measure emotions. You as a parent would tell the app, my kid is just staring at me for so many hours, I don't know what to do, or my kid is yelling at me. And then based on the information of what their age is and and all the other sessions that you have provided to the app, it will tell you, maybe try saying this to understand what's happening, or maybe your child is going through XYZ. This is what's happening. This is how you should try responding, and that's what the AI would do. There will be emotions. You can tell the AI. I
just don't see how you quantify that. How do you? Because for me, and I wasn't really upset or there was really nothing wrong. It was just, if you were in the room at that time, you would say these two are crazy. They're reacting completely different to the same situation, and no problem at all. Everything was fine. So I'm thinking, and then also as a busy parent, how do you find time to put things in an app?
Well, you would talk to the
yeah.
There's already, so parents and the millennial parenting group right now, which is the one that has the most of the kids right now, it's proven right now that they are willing to pay to become better parents.
They'll pay, but for example, they'll pay for anything. Yes. That I get. Yeah, millennial generation parents will pay for anything. It's just where are they going to get the time? I don't imagine where I would have gotten time for any of this to put something in an app.
Yeah, well, the good thing is because Good Insight already exists, they are actually finding the time to go in there and to look at the resources. Good Insight even gives them videos and stuff that they have to spend a lot of time doing. This would be a quick, is just your coach. AI is your coach, a quick interaction. That's the whole idea. And parents that want to work on themselves will invest that time to be better parents.
That's very true. That we put in time.
Cool.
So keep going. Last question, and then we need to move to the next one.
So, Steph, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How are we selling this? Are we going to say that this is a cheaper version of Good? Like, what's the other competitor that you mentioned?
Good Insight.
Good Insight, or like, what's our selling point? How do you see any challenge in acquiring customers? Like if they are of a different school of thought, would they actually sign up to it? Like, this sounds more like gentle parenting. So would they think that, okay, it's for those who want to gentle parent, it's not for me?
Right. So the first question, no, I would not position it as the cheaper version of Good Insight, because we are in a completely different space. We are in the dual attunement space that no app touches. So Good Insight focuses on giving advice to the parent. We would sell it as, while you are becoming a better parent, you're also working on yourself. So it doesn't only benefit your kid, but it also will benefit all the relationships that you have around you whenever you start working on that root cause. So I think that is the main compelling selling point of this. And in terms of like the gentle parenting, there would be there would be a component of gentle parenting. I think to find our customers, we could find them in the gentle parenting communities and, on all the Reddits and all of those places that people are there. There's some others that don't believe in gentle parenting, but once again, the AI will have a range of different sources, both research verified, backed up by decades of science and psychology and clinical trials and all of this. So the AI will be learning on your parenting style. The more you talk to it, the more you interact with it, the more it surfaces your patterns as a parent of your own unmet needs, then it will give you better answers.
Yeah. When you move on to next one, quickly, this is a very interesting topic. Next one I think is Yumi. You're gonna do iFriend, and at the same time, I'm gonna be very strict to the rule. We are very behind. We have too many questions. Well, great questions. Okay. Any remaining questions you guys need to discuss on Discord? Okay, you can see all the team leads' name on Discord. Should do it. So Yumi, go ahead. Please share your screen.
Hello everyone, this is Uma Tripathi, and
Not Uma,
I
sorry.
have an that's okay. I have an AI application for visually impaired people. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if it's visible.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, 1 minute. Just let me reshare. So, visually impaired individuals face significant challenges in accessing information, navigating safely, and performing everyday tasks independently, which highlights the need for a unified AI-powered vision and mobility assistant. And we have some core capabilities of our application. This will be a web application initially. We are planning to have OCR, that is, we will be able to read any printed text on medicine or while shopping on an object. It will also be able to recognize the objects, navigate the indoor and outdoor environments, and it will be able to identify the currency, whether it's a note or a coin. And we will be incorporating the US currency first, and then we will be thinking about the other global currencies. It will also be acting as a smart shopping assistant for people who have a need to be accompanied while shopping. It will help you with the price, the expiry date of the product that you're going to buy, and it will also compare the product with a similar product that you may buy for a cheaper price. It will also help you to cross the roads safely, and AI will be assisting you in giving you crossing alerts. Here are difficulties that are faced by them on a daily basis. They have a difficulty in reading, obviously, that we discussed in the previous slide. So for that, we'll be using the OCR. And for shopping and all, they will be requiring the currency identification, the product identification, and other important details. This was one of the challenge that we are coming up to solve. Then while moving indoors and outdoors, they would always require some assistant or assistance or some safety measure. So we'll be incorporating that in the application. Also, they have limited awareness of nearby objects because they may move objects around and they will not be aware of what has changed. So this application will also help with that. Dependence on others for daily life tasks will also reduce. And here is our application inspiration. We have a major competitor in the market already, which is built by Microsoft. It's called Seeing AI by Microsoft. But some of the features are we will be having some of the common features as well, and we will also be sharing some enhanced features. So out of the common features, we have OCR text reading, currency recognition, scene description, object recognition, and barcode scanning. And when it comes to the enhanced features, we will be going for full in and outdoor guidance with real-time obstacle detection, and real-time hazards also will be covered up. This is the second phase of the website development. Then we have discussed the smart shopping, where we'll be comparing the price and the product comparison. And then we also have the face recognition, which will identify your family and friends. This will work with you uploading the person on the website, and then later on, when you recognize the same person again, the website will be able to tell you that you have come across the same person. And crossing alerts, AI guided pedestrian safety, and how far is your location from some object will also be measured through depth estimation. And right now we are having a website, and later on we plan to move to a mobile application. And also, if future permits, then we are also keen to take it or process it, integrate it with the smart eyewears. So this was my pitch, and you can find me on Discord, and this is my email address.
Very good. I think that too many features to be built in 11 weeks, but it's very meaningful.
Yes.
You should give some prioritization. But
Okay.
others can definitely be solved by AI and very needed. Very cool. You need prioritization. Your product is too complicated to finish in 11 weeks. You need to cut some features. You have opposite
Yes.
problem. Other people need to add more. You have opposite problem. So I want you to update in Discord channel and then all the sheet, every update all at the same time regarding what features, number one thing you must build, and what other feature have extra time you can build more. You have
Okay.
too much going on. Yeah.
Dr. Nancy, I have one question. There are some features that are there in the Microsoft application as well and in our application as well. So do you think I should focus on the features which are not there in that application, or is it okay to have a mix of both the features?
You can mix both. It's more about user adoption. Of course, you cannot just copy like other people existing things, right? So you can do mixture both. And for example, if you don't have a fundamental feature for blind people, they probably wouldn't try to use it, right? You need the fundamental feature,
Yeah.
but you also need to build a little bit more advanced that people are not building.
Yeah, for example, there's a feature of depth estimation, how far you are from some object to hit you, you're about to hit. So that feature is not there in that application. Like that, I have come up with some features which are not there in that application. So I was thinking whether, but there are some like currency recognition. It is a common feature for both. So I was thinking whether to put it or not.
Okay, if this is easy API to do currency and just use it. Now, then on top of that depth, so or it's basically pick a lane. Understand money is very different from understand the distance. The depth is mainly walking.
Yeah.
Understand money is payment, right? So it's pick a lane.
Yes.
Pick a lane. So I specialize in helping blind people to walk better. That's it. And you cut all the money things.
And I also installed that application. It only works with the camera, but I'm planning to implement voice recognition as well. It will be easier for them to not use the eyes all the time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so pick a lane. You have variety. You can help them do money. You can help them walk. You can help them talk to friends. You can help them take pictures. There's too much. Pick a lane. You can finish everything.
Okay.
Okay, then that should be your priorities. Okay, cool. Anyone, any question before we quickly move on? This is very straightforward. She just need to prioritize. If not, Fahad, question. Fahad, you're next. Okay, let's go. You're on mute.
Sorry. Do you see my screen?
Yep, let's go.
All right. So the idea here is to build the Health Buddy AI. So in today's world, our health records are segmented. So depending on which doctor you go to and what kind of system they're using, each system would have their own portal. And you would have to basically your reports and your charts and everything reside at that specific portal. But you as an individual don't have all the reports in one place. All same goes for your medication. That the medication you're taking, there's no track record of the medication that you're taking, if you've you have taken it or not, and have some kind of track record to see what is the impact of that on your health. So the Health Buddy AI is an AI-powered personal health management assistant that helps patients and caregivers manage medications, refills, manage appointments, and health reports in one place. So basically, that's the main application. I'm just going to go quickly. So this system can call in for your refills at the pharmacy after detecting that you need the refills. It can also call in your doctor's office and manage your appointments. And the scope of this application was too big, so I kind of narrowed it down to the caregiver angle, where the caregiver, like for the parents or for individuals who are managed by someone else, the caregiver, they have an oversight and have peace of mind that they can the patient is taking the medication and then the appointments are managed. So I already went over the problem. So yeah, the caregiver do not know if the medication was taken on time or it was taken at all. Refunds were often noticed too late, so the agent is actually managing that. Doctor lab follow-ups. If you have any appointments coming in, you can call in the lab and have scheduled appointments. Reports and medical instructions are hard to understand, so we are integrating with the third parties to bring meaning to the understanding of the medications that you're taking and the reports that that you're uploading. The bottom line is caregiver feels not because people do not care, but because the loop is not closed. I already went over this also. So why does it matter? Missed medications, caregiver stress, refill gaps, missed follow-ups, fragmented health information, aging population, families managing care remotely, and patient adherence. Patient adherence is actually a very big problem for insurances and healthcare providers, because the insurers do not want these patients to end up in the hospital because the cost is so high. They'd rather have a compliant patient who does not end up in the hospital. What are current alternatives in the market? There are medication reminder applications, smart pill boxes, and things like that. But most of them don't remind. They don't have a built-in agent to actually alert the caregiver or call in to schedule appointments. There are three major competitors who are close to our our application, but then again, they don't close the loop, and they don't have the agents built in to manage. I'm just going to skip through these. I'm going to go directly into AI. So what are the AI capabilities? Natural language parsing, response clarification, escalation reasoning, refill planning, report explanation, medication explanation, summarization. So this is a high-level system architecture. So the user, the caregiver, patient, and these are the two users, and these are the channels where they're being alerted through SMS call, in-app, and voice call. This is how the data is injected into the application by taking a picture of the vial of the medication or the report, and then using the OCR to convert the image to text, have meaningful information in the system. Then you have your the app. I'm linking the AI layer here. You have different agents and parsers to manage the data. The external sources that we are linking with is with Twilio to make calls. If obviously for the calls going out to pharmacies and doctors and labs, and then the third party trusted, this is free information available that we can integrate with to bring meaning to this data, this information here for the patient. Obviously, data on a data level, the data is encrypted. We're planning
But
on
we're
using.
out of time. You're very over time. Can you do 30-second summary?
Yeah, so basically, this is an AI app to manage your all health needs. But due to the scope of the MVP, we're gonna just limit to the caregiver part of it, and yeah, so pretty much that's about it.
Cool comment. Scope of work too big. It's very good one. Scope of work is way too big. It's too much to fulfill. Drugs. You have to make appointments. So much going on, and then you also have lots of data injection. You need to make your scope of work smarter. But this is a very meaningful product.
Thank you.
Update on your sheet on Discord, all the places regarding your refined scope of work. Too much going on. They can't finish. But it's a good one. Just too much going on. You need to see if I had to build 1 or 2 feature, what it be? And then you can have 10 features. You say I have extra time, I build 10, but I'll start with this one at the minimum.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get some off-the-shelf solutions, maybe some parts that we don't have to build ourselves,
Yep.
and maybe utilize those too.
You need to finish the research yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so next one is speed up a little bit, and we spend too much time talking about all the other cases which ran over for other students. We need to speed up. Okay. Safil,
Yes. Hi, everyone.
digital DNA. Very cool. Let's go.
My name is Shafiul. I worked as a product manager for a couple of years for a company named Every Denison. And here's my idea today. The way I named it is called digital DNA. Let's talk about this one. Now, let me tell you a story. Imagine on a late night you are shopping online. You have nothing to do. You are looking through a bunch of luxury handbags, and you decided at the end of that, yeah, I am really going for one. A couple of days later, the handbag comes to you. You open the package, it feels premium. That experience is great. You touch the handbag, that is also great. There's a QR code inside. You can scan that QR code. It probably says that the handbag is real, it's authentic, who made it, and probably a marketing page. But that experience kind of end there. Now imagine we can have another sort of experience which can be enabled by digital DNA. What can this time we do is we can tell the whole story of that product, where it was made, who made that, how it came, who sold that one. Now imagine 6 months later, you go to Paris for a vacation. You post a picture with that one. The identity updates that that bag had its first international trip to Paris. 10 years later, you decide to sell this bag. Somebody else buy that. The identity gets updated. And then probably 12 years later, this is no longer a product. Somebody need to just trash it. It also says how to recycle that one or where that can be resold once again. So today's experience kind of ends what this is, who kind of manufactured that one, and hey, there's a marketing page. Where we want to go with the digital DNA is we can tell the whole story of the product. Now, I just use a use case for a luxury handbag. It can be anything. It can be an expensive jersey that you buy. It can be a Nike shoes that you bought. It can be literally for any product. Now, the pain point is the experience kind of ends today with the barcode, with the QR code. Manufacturer can say what this product is, where it was made, and that's it. We want to go beyond that one. There are so many companies trying to work on that one, including my previous company, but they assign a barcode. You scan that barcode, it stops there. We want to aggregate all this information together from the sourcing, from manufacturing, from retailing, to the user and to the after use market also. The AI platform here this is going to be not only visibility, but we are trying to create the visibility into the values. Who are our key customers? Our key customers are going to be all the big brands, all the luxury good manufacturer, all the major retailers, and possibly all the electric goods consumer electronic goods manufacturers also. What are the data we need for this one? Is we need the product data, we need the supply chain data, definitely the compliance data, the connected, how we are going to connect that data, so RFID or NFC or basic QR code, and the tracking through the whole life cycle of that. That's my whole idea for digital DNA. Do you have any questions?
Scope of work too big. If you want to integrate with everything, you need to do API integration with all possible things. Aftermarket, too many vendors, too many partners involved to integrate with everybody. You need to optimize the logistics speaking, right? So sounds like you need to integrate with manufacturers, aftermarket, whoever sellers, a wholesaler, right? So if you do actually do it in 11 weeks, finding those partners who's willing to give you the data is a question. I'm not in your industry, right? Unless you already have some partners, they have open API, you can pull, that's no problem. Then you put things together. Right, I want to know the data source. Is that easy to get or not from all your partners?
I need to do some investigation on that one, but definitely I take your take a note on that one, that the scope is big.
I want you to bring the information back to me in 24 hours before I kill any ideas. I usually kill ideas within 24 hours. Yours is data challenge. I think the idea has no problem, and which is very valuable for sure. Data, you have so many variety of people, vendors, and different items, soccer, shirt, all types, right? It's so much data. Where do you easily get all the data is the question. Your data pipeline.
Let me come back to you.
Tell me exactly how you get those data. Who has if available data for you to pull API, no problem. If it's not available, you need to talk to each individual soccer manufacturers, everybody. Well, that will be like, no, just like even BD time takes a long time. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the data pipeline issues, but the idea is very valuable. Cool. All right, next one, you know your name. I believe.
Hi, Dr. Nancy. It's mine. So,
Shabam, yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
Personal AI context layer. Okay, so tell me more.
I'm just sharing. It's taking me a little time. Yeah, is it visible?
Yeah, focus. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me introduce with the locus, which is basically a personalized AI. So I just wanted to ask a question like, when was the last time your team made an important decision? And 2 weeks later, nobody could remember, right? When it was made, what was made. So for here, we are, creating a locus, which is basically a agentic AI layer, which captures everything, right from the semantic analysis to your Slack, Gmail, and, Teams. So right now, like, let me give you an idea overview. So I'm trying to, bring Slack, Notion, and Gmail connectors all at the same point, so that the locus can basically do semantic analysis and automatically capture decisions, based on the real-time conversations, and also the data archives which are already saved in the Slack, Notion, Gmail as of now. So as of now, it's basically a AI context layer that sits between the tool, between Gmail, Notion, and Slack. And here are three things which I'm trying to do. First is the decision radar, which basically captures decision with zero manual intervention, so it can automatically takes the data. Another is the context search. So it will basically, through the semantic analysis, it can, it can analyze what are the hyperlinks, what are the PDFs, what are the important documentation that we need to, save in. And another is like the team person onboarding. So as of now, we consume a lot of time, in onboarding or to bring any person and give an auto brief, to the newcomers or, to the another team. So this will basically, create a documentation or, give you a automatic ready PDF based on the conversations which are had between the teams. So this will reduce, automatic the cut down timeline as well. As of now, my primary targeted audience is basically, the product managers or the independent analysts, which are working, because they consume a lot of time in swapping applications from one application to another. And another part could be, later on could be B2B space as well, where we can target like a small businesses or small startups where they are, facing this sort of issue. And so based on my research, I found like, as per the Harvard Business Review of 2026, about 1,200, swaps, like on a daily basis by average person. So we as a, product people switches from Slack to OneDrive to Notion to Gmail, and it consumes a lot of time to even retrieve the document within time, right? So this is what we are trying to resolve. And for that, we have this technical architecture here. So here we are basically using three data resources, which are Slack, Notion, and Gmail. It will basically push to the Fast API, right, which is inside the Locus engine. And the messages will be queued in the Redis and eventually get triggered by, Claude or any other LLM, which we can, potentially discuss. And the database will be, stored in the Supabase. So because it is, quite cheaper compared to other. And at the same point of time, we are also using PG Vector for semantic analysis, which will also, use real-time classification of data. What sort of conversation is going on? If there is something that you missed out, it will automatically capture. And, through the, this is basically the agentic AI layer. And yeah, this is like, the data is and the best part is we can get the data from like the Hugging Face. As of now, we can scrape out the data before, going before analyzing the real data set. As of now, in terms of the competition, not everyone is doing it. Only Express I found it, but as of now, they are, pretty expensive. So Locus is something which we can, use for cross-tool tool context and, making all the platforms integrated as a part of agentic AI layer. And this is the business model what I'm trying to, focus on. Initially, it could be free, and certainly we can offer like $12 per month for B2C part.
Anyone, any questions? Okay, question. Have you verified since yesterday when reviewed this idea that where there's the API available? So your agentic AI layer needs to go into Notion or 5 different places to take the data at the Slack. I know Slack has API. What about Notion? Do they have those API available and Gmail for you to pull?
Yeah, so for Slack and Notion, both have the API freely available. For Gmail, also they have available in the cloud.console.google because I searched it. So all the three APIs are available, so we can directly feed them into the Locus engine.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's very practical case. Cool. All right. Anyone have any questions?
I have a question, Shubham. So you're focused on Slack, Notion, and Gmail. Would it be built agnostically so that if you want to connect other tools, let's say a team doesn't work with Slack or a team doesn't work with Notion, you work with Confluence, like how do you plan on solving that?
So initially, well, that's a good question. Thank you. Initially, we are focusing more on Slack, Notion, and Gmail, and gradually, with the MVP tool, we can consider other tools as well, like OneDrive or any other, like Teams also, like Microsoft Teams.
SharePoint.
Yeah, SharePoint or something like that. We can integrate definitely, but depending on the API available publicly, because it will prompt the user, because user have to authorize the access to our locus engine in order to fetch the documents as well. But it's a part of MVP tool. As of now, we are focusing more on Slack, Notion, and Gmail. I guess that answers your question.
Cool. I take this. No more questions. Okay, so let's go for next one. This is a cool AI agent idea. After Shibang, Bikram.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. Give me just a second. Let me share. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So my product idea is AI pre-construction intelligence. It would be an AI-driven platform that analyzes construction documents to reduce high-risk impact construction costs. Just a second. All right. So currently there is only, most of the stuff is done manually. Most of the review is done manually, and 10 to 20% of the issues are caught. There are a lot of gaps, missing scopes, a lot of ambiguities between plans, and a lot of conflicts. And all these end up in delays, rework, additional cost, and legal claims. So who are we building this for? Is design professionals, architects, they're consultants who they can, while they're designing, they can compare their plans to each other and see if there are any ambiguities or scope gaps. This will also be helpful for general contractors while they are bidding, and they can review during their bidding process if all their subcontractors are covering all the scopes. Pre-construction teams, which go as part of the general contractor. Then specialty subcontractors, this will also help them. And it will also help the developers and owners of the building that is being constructed. So what teams are we dealing with today? What concerns are we dealing with today? Our pain points are manual review inefficiency. When you're reviewing hundreds of documents and you are in a time constraint, there is only so much you can look for. There is so much a naked eye can look at as compared to what computer can and what AI can. There are a lot of hidden risks in the documents. There are gaps between the trades. There are ambiguities. There are quantities that are off in plans as well as specs. Then there is a financial exposure. So anything that gets missed then comes into a concern later down the road, which could end up being a costly rework. You may have to remove some work to do that work, or you may have to hold the project up, which could end up in a project delay. And project delays can sometimes actually double up the project cost because you have general conditions, general requirements, and there's labor. There are contractors who have to just sit their labors just because there are some issues that are not being resolved. Then comes the legal risk. Once everybody's pointing fingers, when you miss something, everybody's pointing finger at the other, that it was your responsibility. And at the end, everybody wants to get paid. Everybody thinks that it's their fair share. And what that does is it ends up in a legal risk. What we plan on doing is, uploading all the drawings, PDFs, and then pull text and drawings from all those documents, embed and store it in a database, and then detect the ambiguities, gaps, and then create a report that can be utilized later as a risk report and can save a lot of exposure later down the road. Detection and reporting modules, we are doing cross-trade gap detection, scope and ambiguity detection, specs versus drawing conflict, severity scoring, and structured risk reporting. We can use Claude, ChatGPT, and embedded models for RAG over drawings, specs, and other historical product data to see the scope gaps and figure out what the risks are. Last comes the competitors. There are few competitors like Autodesk, Procore, Reviso, but they don't do the basic comparison of the plans. They are much bigger. Right now, we are looking at only the comparison and finding the risks. This AI tool can later on help that estimating teams estimate the projects, and it can grow into a much bigger tool. Thank you.
Any questions?
So this is very much like kind of project management tool you're trying to create for construction, right, Vikram?
Not specifically project management. Project management will come in much later. This is during the design and bidding time. So when in design, the designers, they are, there are different trades. Architect designs just the architectural drawings, and then mechanical engineer, structural engineer, all those engineers, they are all designing their systems based off of architect's drawings. Now, someone needs to compare them all together before it goes into bidding to see if there is any conflicts, if everything has been looked into. Is mechanical covering everything that electrical needs it to cover, and the other way around, for example. And same goes for the contractors, that while they're bidding, they have only 15, maybe 30 days to bid. So manual review of all those documents is not possible within that time. So if an AI agent can actually help speed up the process, where they can figure out that all their subcontractors are covering all the scope. And if there are any ambiguities, any gaps, an RFI, request for information, can be sent over to the owner and the architect, requesting that information ahead of time, and not just guessing the work, which could end up in cost as well as delay.
It's like a pre-sell report or something like that, right?
Correct. It will be before you start the construction.
Bikram, I have two friends who are architects, and I cannot tell you how many times a day they have the same complaint. If they could have this, they would love you.
Thank you.
They have, and it's the same, and no matter what they work on, and both of them, one has her own firm and the other one works for a large company. Both of them say the same thing. The engineers, the civil engineers, the electrical engineers, the contractors, the floor people, everybody's on a different page. And when it comes time to put it all together, this is the #1 project they have. And there's nothing out there that can do this.
Thank you, Maria. Definitely, I can use your contacts, when we need to do more research.
Here's the thing. Data. Looks like you need some simulated data to do the design, houses, plumber, electrician, all of the, you need to know where to find your data, but this has a real business case.
Yes.
Okay, your homework, you find where can you get those data?
Definitely. We can definitely get in touch with architects, engineers, as well as some contractors. The few contractors that I've worked with, they can give me their previous projects and data drawings on that. We can also download a lot of stuff from online.
Yeah, get lots of data. I think this is a clear business case. You need lots of data to make sure your AI is actually doing the right thing.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Next one, based on the SQL. Rhythm. Okay, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen.
Bikram, please stop sharing.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Hi everyone, I am Rhythm, and I'm introducing my product as
it's for kids, and the name of the website or the app is called Wonder Word AI. That helps kids who are like in an elementary grade, from kindergarten to fifth. You can call it as a homework buddy or a storyteller, AI powered app. This is the problem which I have when I was talking to a lot of parents and the principal of the school, that there are like 30 students in one class. Most of the kids are below their grade level, and their parents are in stress right now. And some of the parents are using ChatGPT to help their kid to memorize stuff. And these are the PO, like the customer, not the customers, the interaction which I had with the teachers and the parents. There are three of them. One of them is Sally, who is a grandparent of two. One of them is Sitara, who is a teacher in Hayward, nearby my place. And Charlene, she is a principal of Rick Sklankler School. You can check it online, in Fremont. And they all are saying that some of the kids are facing speech delays. They want speech therapy, and these kind of problems are there. So I this is the magic hypothesis which I came up with. If like which I said yesterday, is Wonder Word AI achieves 10% word recognition errors, and then the students will read more confidently, parents will feel less stressed, and family will be happy to pay X amount of money monthly. And what do we have to do? We just have to click the picture of the worksheet, or we have to click the picture of whatever they are reading, and to our AI chat, the website, and then it will track. The AI will read along the kid, and it will track how the kid is reading. If he is stammered, if he or she is making mistakes, if he is not pronouncing it correctly, it will like help them recorrect it. It will if the kid is stuck, it will make the kid understand the meaning of it. And you can add like feature, like if the kid is not able to understand it, it will direct it to a different page with a 2-3 liner story, and with theme based, and the kid will be easily to remember whatever the word is in the future direction. These are the competitions which are there in the market, but it is these most of them I have personally used. One of them is Kumon. Probably a lot of them, a lot of you already know about it. And because Kumon is self-learning system, and Bridally is like where the teacher is giving you instructions and you have to follow. And there are some of the apps called Prodigy, which is like gamified and all. And I want to tell you that this is the example. If the kid is stuck on a word called photosynthesis, the AI will take the role. It will tell the student how it is pronounced it correctly, and it can be theme based. It will give a 2-3 line story and to make the kid understand. And after that, after like giving a week or two, it will give a personalized report to the kid, to the parents, what they have achieved in the form of vocabulary, in the form of phonics, in the form of speech. What are their whatever they have achieved. And after that, the AI will also give them recommendations, as like for example, this words are done. You can make them you can talk to them about it, or you can or the AI will give similar words vocabulary to the parents, so that they will like discuss it on the dinner table, on the way to anywhere. So this is all about it. Any questions?
Any question? Anybody? I think this is very clear. Parent AI agent.
Yeah. It's actually helping. Like, for example, like we came in 2 years ago to United States, and my son was already, it was a COVID baby, and he was already having challenges reading some of the words because there were no real-time schools at that time. So this app can really help them build that kind of confidence.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody? Any questions? This is very clear AI agent.
Very nice, but there's
idea.
only one issue as a parent: screen time.
That was if the kids are already doing screen time over the TV or iPad, learning like a lot of stuff, probably we can like restrict it to half an hour.
Okay,
But it
so
will be
we need to move on.
useful.
Very useful. So we move on. No, we're running late behind. Okay, two more teams. Three are here. You can continue conversation in the chat and Discord, everybody, and put your name in the team you're interested. Shri, are you here? Huh? Oh, you're coming. Okay, you're on mute. You're kind of on mute. I couldn't hear you. Shri on mute. I think you're on mute. Hello, you here? Yeah, you're on mute. Oh, you're not on mute, but we couldn't hear you. No, we couldn't hear you.
Am I audible right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, let's go.
Let me share. Just give me a minute. Sorry, I'm coming. All right. Is my screen visible right now?
Loading.
Can I start?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you get started. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So my name is Srijit, and a quick context. I come from a design manufacturing background, and February is something that I wish I had when I started off my journey. So one of the questions that every hardware designer asks a little too late is this part actually manufacturable? And February helps answer this question in seconds. So today, designers learn a part can't be manufactured or made weeks after they've moved out, when fixing costs are 10 to 100 times over. The expertise to catch this lives in a handful of senior engineers' heads, and everyone else guesses, including the basic questions such as, do I start with the molding process or do I first print this for test? The current method to validate a manufacturability is to generate reports through a DFM analyzer. DFM stands for Design for Manufacturing, which provides general best practice-based results, which is then interpreted by a senior engineer. Faber AI is simple. You upload your 3D part as a step or STL file. Our engine runs a process-specific DFM check, and you get a manufacturability scorecard. It doesn't just flag problems, it explains why they matter, surfaces that drives cost, and tells you whether to mold or print it. The output is a score and a trustworthy one. Every issue is tiered into a blocker, a major, or a minor. Only true impossibilities cap the score, which is what actually makes an expert trust this. You get a molding score and a printing score side by side, a best process recommendation, problems highlighted on the 3D part, plain English explanation on what the actual issue is, and a shareable report. So who is this actually for? This is for design engineers wanting a checkoff before they hand off their project, followed by manufacturing and quoting teams that are triaging for parts, and more importantly, DIY creators and non-engineering founders who feel this pain the most because they have no prior training on DF. The point, judging manufacturability shouldn't require a senior engineer on call or a consultant. The market has players, but each leaves a gap. CAD plugins or computer-aided design plugins are rules only and logged inside really expensive seats. Quoting platforms use DFM to sell their specific manufacturing services, and general enterprise AI tools need heavy integrations. Our wedge would be a neutral, standalone, and an explainable scorecard with no requirements for a CAD license or a supplier lock-in. And this is buildable now because we assemble this with proven pieces. Geometry parsing is open source, or there's also an off-the-shelf SDK available. Explanations use an existing LLM, and training data is publicly available on BenDFM, which has over 2,000 labels. And we validate by having a practicing molding engineer check our calls towards the end during our development. So the plan for this development is to, spend the first 2 weeks on geometry engine, making sure we have, the test parts ready and getting a validation expert. Weeks 3 and 4 would go through the molding reviewer, producing scorecards and explaining those results, followed by weeks 5 and 6 focusing on the printing half of this section. Week 7 and 8 would generally involve expert validation and check if our shareable reports give out meaningful reports to the end user. I'd like to thank you all for your time, and I'm open to any questions now.
So I have some idea about the CAD thing, but still you need some SME on this, right? Do you have it, or you will act as a SME for that?
So yeah, we'll have to get SMEs on board for this, but for the general training data set, we can just grab it out of GrabCADs or somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, this is a very difficult concept for me to understand, to be frank. It's just doing CAD and 3D printing. This process, but well, it's really hard for me to understand.
So what this does is whoever is the user would just upload their 3D files for whatever they've designed, and this helps them choose what manufacturing method and what the average cost of their manufacturing process would be.
Oh, okay. And then the AI can help them select.
Yeah.
Actually, the AI helps you select, marks down, where the issues are and what needs to be refined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically CAD is an engineering drawing diagram, and from there AI is going to pick each and every tools, like how it will be helping in designing in manufacturing plants or factories.
Oh. That's got it. Very cool stuff. So now you really need like domain knowledge as a data set to train your AI to guide people to do the right thing.
Exactly. So we have the domain knowledge and we have the data set. It's just bringing them together right now. We might have to get an external practicing engineer to validate the results, but apart from that, the data set is available.
Okay, cool. Your data set available to you is more have someone else expert validate to see if AI actually does the right thing. Okay,
it's actually cool. Recommending the right process.
Very cool. Do you have those connections right now?
I have a few, but I would actually require a few more, bigger players.
Is your background in manufacturing? That's why you come up with this idea?
Yes, I started off as a designer and, went into manufacturing and quality. Manufacturing and quality is like the people who blame the designers at the end of the day. So yeah.
This is a good idea. This is a good one. Yeah. After I understand what the heck is going on. I was like, no clue what's going on. Now I get it. Cool. All right. Last one. I know, Marcus, you want to present? You want to present the last one, right? After this one. Okay. Minnie, you can present. Yeah, feel free to share.
All right. Just making sure I'm sharing the right desktop. Hi, everyone. I'm Minnie Baru. And today I will be presenting the Family College Admissions Assistant. So, and also thank you so much for staying late. I know we're running over time. I appreciate your patience and attention to this. So the problem that we're facing right now is that every year, millions of families face this, where students are graduating and they are ready to apply for colleges, and the families themselves has absolutely no idea of what they are going to, how they're going to help their kid. The child is smart, very motivated, they know what they want, but the college process is very complicated, and there's different levels and deadlines and processes that each college needs for the kid to actually be accepted. So they're not just uninformed, it's just that it's not designed for them. And the way that families have kind of gone over this is basically have a premium based kind of services hired, which are really expensive. So not everybody can actually afford it. There's also where they put their kids into a more private schools, because the schools do offer it. But then for an everyday family who are going through public schools and don't have that additional cash to put in, it's really hard to actually understand what the heck is going on. So it's basically on their own, or the kid is doing a lot more overhead to figure this out. So what are the problems that we are facing right now? There is different deadlines for different colleges. There's disconnected tools, certain Excel sheets or Word docs where they're trying to figure this out in. The actual guidance is there, but it's super expensive, almost 10 to 50K, depending on the type of college course that you're going for. Like BSMD programs, which are medical based, are much more expensive than a general college admission help, which would probably be just essays. Then there's siloed family coordination, like the parent is not completely clear on where the child is, and the child is trying to get as much help as possible, but there's a disconnect. So there's a lot of stress that's getting added into this whole process. Proactive signals where, what should I do next? What is the problem that I'm supposed to focus right now is not there. So that's why the parents are taking help from counselors, or the kid is also working with school counselors to try to figure this out. But it's not clear, and it's very reactive at this point. Financial aid is a huge blind spot. You don't know which school is actually going to give you the right financial aid based on your profile and based on your family's financial status. So it's a lot of additional overhead and stress that the parents and the child goes through to figure this out. So those are kind of the high level problem set. Why is it really important now? It's only getting harder. With AI coming in, there's going to be a lot more types of fields that'll get offered. So the process is getting more and more complex. AI is making it more affordable, because we have ways to now simplify this process using AI, using RAG-based models, and a lot of information that's available on internet, which can be used to essentially simplify this. And then the families are becoming more and more involved in their kids' lives, and we want to make this a digital first experience rather than having to have this totally either led by the student or completely left up to the chance at this point. So who are the target customers? The first one obviously are the families and the student themselves. The way I'm looking at this has to kind of start a little early, and that's the other mistake that happens, where parents wait or the kid themselves wait till the 10th or even 11th and 12th grade, which becomes much later when the kids realize, oh, I had to probably do these volunteering opportunities or do this additional research to figure out where I'm supposed to take my journey. If I was really interested in, let's say, becoming an aeronautical engineer, the passion should be shown from early grades onwards, and they could do it if there was that guidance provided to them. And they may have even done it and forgotten because there was no place to track this. Then there's the secondary set where there is the colleges, counselors themselves who are giving this information, but unfortunately the parents are not aware today. So this would be something which we could actually provide, which is a more holistic experience. And finally, the school districts, they have tools today. Not all districts offer it because some low districts which don't have this opportunity, they actually don't offer these tools at all. And so it's kind of left to the student to do it. I have done some research around how we're planning to solve it. There is a RAG-based AI coach, family-oriented, longitudinal support from 4+ years, proactive AI agent, and then financial aid. I'm going to kind of skip through some of this because I'm kind of going into the main what research I've done and what's available. So there's additional competitors out there, definitely, but none of them solve the problem end to end. None of them give the longitudinal support. And they also are, depending on what you're trying to focus on, some of them are super expensive and it's not affordable for everyone. So I've done some research on the data models that's available. So there's definitely a lot of data available. We need to kind of bring it up together and make it more accessible to everyone. That's kind of the goal of this. And let me see, it's phase 1. I would like to keep it simple where I'm focusing mainly on the application and planning. And then the next phase would be more scholarship and so on. So kind of make it more doable step by step. And that's about it. Thank you for your time.
Cool. This is a very good example of idea pitch presentation. So why it's good is just like follow through technology, where the data coming from, what you want to do first and second, and should build a rack first, then fine tune training. This is a very good presentation. It's easy to understand her scope of work. Okay. Solving real problems, well, especially all the data available here and there. I was like, oh, well, you answered most of my questions anyway. Very good. Okay. In terms of presentation. Okay, cool. Anyone have any question? I think this is very straightforward. And you answer my question saying the data available for people to apply for college. If it's available, we just build it. Okay, sounds like it's available.
I'm
cool.
going through this myself personally, so I felt like my child is in 10th grade and I hit this thing right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, why is it so complicated? And we're first generation, so it's even less, we don't have the clear picture because we didn't do our undergrad here. I came in for my master's, so, problems.
Same.
At least you did master here. I did not do any study here.
Oh, yeah. So you can understand. Even masters, by the way, I took help from a consultancy to help apply. So I don't fully understand the process still. Somehow I got some admission and came on my I-20. But honestly, if you ask me how these things work, it's very complicated and it shouldn't be, at least for everyday people who are trying to apply.
And every time we are paying almost 3,000, 5,000 for my daughter.
Exactly. I just did that myself. My son's interested in a medical program and I'm paying 15K for 2 years, but that's huge amount and I'm hoping he'll, get it. But if a family doesn't have that much financial aid and the kid is still interested, there should be a way.
Indian parents
for
are
10-year-old?
Yeah, we
10th
Indian
grade,
parents
10th
are
grade,
too
not
cautious
10-year-old.
about our kids, I think.
I've read that. Right. He's in 10th grade, Dr. Nancy. He's not.
Oh, 10th.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
If
not
10-year-old,
that crazy.
Okay,
Maybe
10th
talk
grade.
to me. Talk to me sometime.
I would love to talk to you. Any help I can get.
Dr. Nancy knows my story, so talk to me.
Yeah, pin each other later on. Okay, so the last presentation. Anyone have any questions? If not, Marcus, you're the last.
Thank you.
Marcus, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
Let's go. No problem. You're the last, and You already
once-
enter your ideas, so you but you
Sharing.
didn't RSVP. That's a movie towards the end. Your team 7. Why you team 7, team 8? You mark both team 7 and 8. I think you picked the wrong number. But anyway, so finish your presentation.
Yep, I'm trying to share my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see this coming?
It's coming. It's coming. Basically, yeah, it's coming. Let's go.
Okay. So the idea is the name of it is called Time Machine. Time Machine is a nutrition guide machine for your internet information consumption. Basically, anything that you buy today has labels. Just imagine going to the grocery store where there's no labels at all. Well, the internet or social media today has no labels on any of the information that we consume. What Time Machine does, it actually rates. There's basically two products in one. It actually rates the information that's on major content platforms. It rates the information, and it actually lets you know what information that you've been consuming. It'll give you a rating system. It'll give you a summary of it and allow you to somewhat forecast the type of information that you've been taking in. The target persons would be anybody that's looking for to be mindful of the information that they're taking in, as well as like parents that's wondering, they have maybe children or teenagers or whatever that's been on social media. What exactly are they being involved in? There used to be a commercial a long time ago on regular TV said, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know what your children are watching? Well, with this system, you'll know at least a summary of the information they're taking in. Again, the pain points is there's no labels. There's no labels of the type of content that we take in through the internet. So this system basically deploys autonomous AI agents across some major platforms like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Here, let me go to the. So the Time Machine tracks, it rates, it visualizes, and it projects. This is the rating system. Yeah, so like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Google, all those different places, it sends out autonomous agents. It gives it a rating system from 0 to 100, and you will be able to see what you're actually consuming. And it can forecast where the information is taking you, and allow you to understand, because how you think is usually what you become. So this this is the kind of the pattern that it goes in. First, the user gains clarity on what their information diet is. The second is you can kind of use that information to project what your diet should be, and then eventually it can be a new accountability layer across platforms where there's no accountability at all currently. It's like you watch any type of movie, they have a rating system, but there's no rating system at all for social media in the content. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Very good timing. If I may understand, you're saying that this is just all the information you consume, AI is going to give you a grading?
Yeah. So, yep. So basically, I kind of, it's almost like algorithms. Like currently, algorithms, they pretty much follow what you're watching and what you're consuming. In a sense, that's how I ended up in this course. I created an app just in some downtime. I created an app in some downtime, and it changed all of my algorithms. And it through Facebook, it showed me different people that were doing this type of program. Some that could help me with my my app. So it just changed projection, let me see different options that I had, and and from that I was able to make better decisions.
Oh,
And it in the sense it landed me here. So that's kind of the basics of it. So the thought process is kind of like your program that you created.
Marcus, by the way, can you stop sharing? I'm looking myself. I'm getting dizzy.
You said stop sharing?
Stop sharing your screen. You're sharing your screen. Your screen has me in it, and we are forever looping.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, keep going. Very cool. You found us by using your app that feeds you different information than you usually get fed. Very funny. Okay, so let me understand. So your app is it worked.
Okay, great. Okay.
Everyone should use your app, by the way, if I may. So basically, you're saying that everyone's information consumption need to be filtered by AI. Am I right? That's your time machine idea.
Yeah, basically, there's no current rating at all of your consumption. So now we'll have a rating of all the information. So it rates. It actually gives a rating according to educational values, moral alignment, emotional tone, sexual content, violent, danger, misinformation risk, commercial intent, and mental health impact. From 0 to 100, it gives it a rating with the green, yellow, and red. Green being good information, yellow being just neutral or maybe just entertaining, and then red being something you should be mindful of. It doesn't tell you what you should watch or anything like that. It just like nutrition tags. It just tells you what's there.
Yeah.
And then you can make a better decision.
Question. So after you have your criteria, how to work, you feed your information by calling ChatGPT API and compare with your criteria. Is that roughly what's it look like?
Repeat the question again. I'm sorry.
So how exactly technology works, right? So any information we'll consume, you feed the information to ChatGPT or any large language model, then compare with your criteria.
No.
Right? And then it's gonna give you a score?
Yeah, so no, time machine, how does it work is this. It's two different parts to it. There's a product that actually goes out where you send autonomous agents to monitor all the platforms. That creates a constant rating system at all times. Time machine, the app itself, is where the information gathers in time machine. And when a person uses time machine, then it rates their information. So there's a constant rating going on constantly all the time.
Okay.
But time machine itself, it is the platform that it uses that the user can actually get the information and get the rating. Because there's ratings constantly all the time for platforms. They use it to sell, they use it to promote their ideas, but there's no platform for the user. There's just platform for people that's trying to promote what they're trying to do in regards the other side of it. So now the user will have the power to understand what their own consumption is versus algorithms understanding what your consumption is.
Very cool. You'll burn many API tokens by grading.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
All the
Constant
information.
monitoring.
yeah, constant you're gonna burn lots of API tokens. But that's a very, very cool stuff what you plan to do. Okay, anyone have any questions? No? Okay, we're good. So here is what I want everybody to do in terms of logistics. All right, very fast. Let me bring up my notes here. Okay, cool. All right, all of you guys did a good job. Here is what I want you to do in terms of pitching your, selecting your ideas. Okay, so let me share my screen and show you how to select the right type of ideas. Let me do it here, right here, right here. Let me close my other tabs. Okay. Okay, anyone see my screen is working? Okay, so number one, make sure to vote your ideas. Try to pick your top 3. Try not to, I know your name is here, but if your name is show up in 10 different ideas, but only 15 ideas show up at 10, it's very hard, okay? Try to pick your top 3 if possible. All right, if you're team lead, you can pick other 3. Okay, so which means you can pick yourself. Of course, your team lead can also pick other 3. Try to only give me top 3. Or of course, if I really love the 5th idea, okay, fine, add your name there. But my point is, don't flood the systems. We have like top 10, you know, too many. Like, ideally, top 3. You can add one more if you want to. Okay, so put it there. And so make sure put all the interested. You need to put an interested, designer be interested, PM be interested. Okay, and then once you have all the information ready, there will be a team match process, which means within 24 hours, I am going to like kill some ideas within. I need to review everyone's input, and some of you guys I asked you provide me more information, finding data or adding more advanced AI feature. All of those you need to add more information on the sheet and copy paste all the additional information to Discord, so the all information show up in multiple places, just in case like different people, your teammate is missing different informations as well. Okay, so you have those ready. After you kill this, you're going to do your own team match, which means, let's say the 15 ideas, I kill 5, I keep 10, right? So if you are the team lead, Uma, so you want your idea is don't put team match in progress. You may get killed first. You might get killed. Okay, nobody mark yourself unless I mark you, which I don't know how to. Okay. So, all right. So let's say, assume yours is saved, and I will make announcement within 24 hours. Say, hey, I already killed some idea, saved some idea. If your idea is saved, and let's say Yuma, you need to talk to people who are officially interested, because those people cast three ideas. Okay, those 3 ideas that may or may not actually officially join your team. So Uma, you need to talk to them, officially join your team, or if you officially accept to join your team, to make it committed. Not committed, it doesn't count. This is just interest. They can show 3 interests. Not committed doesn't count. Okay, same thing as that. Oh God, designers, so many interests. Oh my goodness, so many interests. Okay, unlimited interest from designers. Okay, so you need to take it. Okay, and start each team size. I will post in Discord channel the summary. Each team size will have 3 PMs. You can add the 4th one if you want to. You cannot go beyond 5. Okay, some teams are very popular. Same designer, and I believe we have 15 designers, something like that. So let's say we keep 10 teams. Each team, you have 1 designer first. Once each team secure 1 designer, all the leftover designer, I'll say, okay, go, you can take more. You need secure, have 1 committed designer first. Okay, but wait until I kill it, or it's a little bit waste of effort. Okay, so now, when you, after I kill this within 24 hours, when you need to connect with your team, it's a very important thing to do. Number 1, and you need to set up real name on Discord and turn on Discord notification. Okay, Discord. Okay, so example here, let me go to Discord. No, Discord. Everyone must do your real legal name, contact information, or you cannot be matched. Okay, for example, this great idea. Okay, Steph, so she has real legal name. She has lots of full bio with all real LinkedIn, email, contact. Everyone needs to have this. Your contact, under your bio is a legal name. Your legal name can be in the server. You join other random server. Each server can have a different name. For our server, you must have legal name, have your contact information. Okay, LinkedIn, email, so they can get hold of each other. Okay, so everyone needs legal name. If you don't have, for example, this is no last name, doesn't count. Who knows who this is? I know who you are. You enroll my program, but your classmate, no clue. Your designer, no clue. Your developer, no clue. Okay, so therefore it's very update. Okay, this is a perfect example what SF did. Okay, this is a perfect example. Okay, so easier for you to recruit other team members as well. Okay, and another thing, turn on Discord notification. People are ping on Discord. Discord a fast way to communicate with each other. So turn on notification, because we have seen people, hey, I try to get hold of this person, team lead never get back to me, and they join another team, and then 2 days later, team lead get back and say, oh, nobody contact me. Well, you didn't turn on Discord notification. People have been trying to get hold of you, and you don't respond. Turn on Discord notification. Update your full name, LinkedIn contact, so you can get hold of each other the whole time. Okay, very, very important for the team match. Okay, and then next step, you finish a team match, you interview each other, you accept each other to your team, you lock it down for the committed, then continue to do voice custom interviews, validate the pain point, and prepare. And also prepare design with the designers, and also any question you have, bring to office hour for our team to help you out. Okay, so now very important, the progress tracking sheet, you need to start tracking right now. Let me go to progress tracking sheet here. I talk about since week 1. I'm going to talk about it every single week. Week by week progress tracking sheet. Everything master checklist we'll introduce starting from week 1. Everybody's here, which also include what designer is doing, see designer progress, what was now you need to do what. All these you guys need to watch it, and important. Okay, I believe we gave you some important stuff. One sec, there's something. Voice customer when you do voice customer interviews, there are free resources you can start watching right away. I believe, do I have a link here? Hold on. Conduct voice customer interviews, continue research all of these. Okay, so now in your Discord channel or in your Kajabi, let me show Kajabi. There are free training regarding how to conduct voice customer interviews, which are general, traditional product management, how to do voice customer interviews. Okay, traditional product management. And here, I don't teach the traditional product management, but I give you recording so you can watch it yourself. Let me remind you. Let me get an AI product management. Right here, traditional product management. Go to bonus session, page 2. Okay, so this never related. This too. How to build a tech product, voice customer interview, personality development, how to do roadmap, user story. You watch this on your own because you need to implement traditional product management. And here we teach on AI product management for the easy knowledge. The general product management content, I give it to you. You can watch it here and start implementing. Okay, that's high level what's look like. And after today's call, we're going to send the recording. So whoever missed it, you can cast your vote. And we're also going to have my customer success manager get you guys to do weekly update as well. So you need to do your weekly update with my team to see if you match, not match. If it's not match, Neil Thomas will get in. But ideally, if you only cast 3 teams and you talk to each other, and you should be able to get addressed. And I also have another short video training regarding what to do, how to get matched as well, right after today's call as well. Basically, we have everything prepared for you guys. Cool. Okay, cool. All right. So looking forward to seeing you guys. And it's very exciting. Let me add many great ideas. Let me evaluate, kill some ideas, and make an announcement regarding the ones already killed. Cool. Okay, then you start team match. Okay, talk to you soon. See you guys. Good job, everybody. And yeah, very, very exciting. Can't wait to see what you are able to build.